Hello everyone. Today we had to talk about Nebula Bringer, the most powerful dark witch of all and the most greatest dark sorcerer of all. She's very powerful and very deadly. At the age of 4, Nebula Bringer studied more about dark magic, its uses with Jackbringer by her side, able to learn more about the secrets of its powers, its origins, its basis, its all of its greatest knowledges and expertise, able to harness his great gift. At the age of 10, Nebula Bringer and Jackbringer able to study the history of the Laurel magic and Amber, how they became the goddess of power, and how Laurel became the Laurel magic. Even studied the history of light and shadow fighting each other with their special sword. Nebula Bringer became more obsessed with the history and also with her studies and able to learn more about the powers and energies of life and death and also shadow energy itself. Within the year, at the age of 20, Nebula Bringer and Jackbringer infused with dark magic. They became more powerful and more immortal beings, able to exactly harness the power of teleportation. When the magical fairies arrived at the room, they teleported within instantly. They're able to teleport in a distant planet which is quietly far away from the known universe and far away from the sacred universe. They were able to bring it life with dark magic and able to revive its energies with dark magic, able to bring it more life with dark magic with shadow energy as well. At the time, they started working hand in hand with the Lolo magic and Amber, known as a goddess of power, the witch applies, supplying them with technologies, with more technologies and more shadow energy, learning the secrets of immortality and death and life, able to learn more about its capabilities and its greatest capabilities of all time, and also its secrecy. Within that time, after hearing of the reforming of the Universal Heroes, Nebula Bringer and learn that they brought the demise of the Lolo magic, and that demise created a power vacuum within the Shadow Empire. Shadow Empire warlords were waging war with Dark Druids and Universal Heroes and Intergalactic Coalition. The peace treaty was in quietly at risk itself exactly for more than a century. In doing at that time, the Shadow Empire warlords started hunting down every dark druid and every dark witches and every dark druid and every warlocks and every dark witches. Nebula Bringer and Jackbringer concealed him safe, concealed all the other warlocks and all the other dark druids and all the other dark witches far away safely, able to protect them. In that time while being concealed, Nebula Bringer started to associate herself with other supervillains such as Ghostmaster, Dark Light, Shadow Fox, Shadow Fox, Shadow Master, and also Ghost Boy, and also Golden Knight, and also Ghost Master, and also Silverface, providing them information to take out the rebellion and the universal heroes at all cost, giving them all the access points of all the technologies they need in order for them to further their ambition, but also to further her own ambition. In doing so exactly, Nebula Bringer became more obsessed with power and more obsessed with energy, able to harness the life of shadow energy, its capabilities and its greatest origins in doing so. When the rise of the fall of the Shadow Empire came into chaos, Shadow Empire warlords started waging war with warlocks and druids and dark witches alike. Nebula Bringer started to converge with her dark druids to destroy a peaceful planet and a peaceful union throughout the other worlds, but her plans were quietly thwarted by Lytris, who is a member of the Universal Heroes and a leader of the Universal Defender. She used her light magic in order to exactly infuse her light magic to infuse on the planetary core and stop the detonation of the core before it destroyed billions of lives and many lives throughout the cost. In doing so, Nebula Bringer it became to learn that Lytris has become her most prominent adversary with her capabilities and with her powers. After learning that Jack Bringer made a truce with the Universal Heroes and with the Intergalactic Coalition, Nebula Bringer started to associate herself with Victor Darkness, a very powerful supervillain who wants to protect, who wants to protect and conceal all the supervillains and superheroes in his prison worlds and all his universes. She made a deal and she gave him worldly possessions. Victor Darkness supplied them with worldly possessions and all the other planetary devices and worldly technologies and other worldly devices in order for them to exactly make their home planet a dominant force in the mission. By doing so, exactly they agreed to the terms, and she agreed to the terms by supplying Victor Darkness with information after what the Universal Heroes did to the Galactic by taking it down and throwing it into disarray. and throwing in every several faction of every supervillain under chaos and under fire. For some time after the Galactic recovered from its chaos and its from its radical chaos and became reformed, Victor Darkness came to Nebula in order to convey with Nebula and decided it's best that she come clean with the information she had about the Universal Heroes and about their plans in order to save all of humanity. Nebula Bringer provided Victor Darkness with all the information and all the intelligence on how to take down the Universal Heroes once and for all. Despite this, Nebula Bringer exactly used her dark magic to power up her dark rituals and incantations in order to open gates and portals to other worlds for monsters and sinister forces to enter the sacred universe to wage war with the other planets and the other systems of the Universal Heroes and the Universal King. And she even exactly worked in hand with the Order of the 12, another sinister organization of supervillains that seeks to put the Universal Prince on the throne so that he can wreak more chaos and more turmoil throughout the world and throughout the sacred universe. She agreed to the agreement that the Universal Prince gave her and her and Jackbringer that their world will become the most dominant force in the entire sacred universe and in the entire known universe. And they agreed to the terms and they agreed to the agreement. In doing so, Shadow Jack became well aware of Nebula Bringer and Jackbringer's exploits and decided to form an alliance with his mother and father, able to work together by giving them technologies and more advanced technologies than ever, and by partnering them up with the deal. In doing so, Nebula Bringer began to power up a decommissioned core of a dead planet from a far distance using her dark magic and her dark ritual magic in order to activate the core for a sinister purpose. But her plans were thwarted when the Order of the Five, when an Order of the Five witch known as Witch Girl used the core for her own misdeeds and for her own schemes in order to destroy the intergalactic coalition that was quietly at war with the other worlds and with the other heroes. Exactly. After hearing of the Universal Space Heroes' exploits throughout the known universe and throughout the sacred universe, Nebula Bringer conveyed with the members of the Order of the Five and informed them that the Universal Space Heroes were becoming a threat to the planet and that they had to be stopped officially, effectively, and immediately at any given cost. The Order of the Five agreed to her concerns and they said that they will handle this. The leader of the Order of the Five was known as Darklight, a powerful supervillain, an ancient supervillain founder, and a leader of the organization of supervillains of the Order of the Five. Agreed to the terms that they will handle this matter personally as themselves. Nebula agreed to the conclusion that she'll leave it into their hands. After Nebula left with the conveying with the other supervillains, she also decided to help Jack Bringer power up their home planet, make it sure that it become the most dominant power force in the entire sacred universe, able to exactly give it all its beneficiaries and also its greatest assets by making sure that it's protected from incursions, invasions, alike from the sea creature, the Mothra creature, the dark creature, the time creature, the alienist creature, the Ceral creature, and also the other creatures, all the other alien creatures that started to invade. When the sea creature wanted to invade planet Neb, Nebula Bringer and Jack Bringer used the invasion fleet with the other warlocks to defend their home planet from the invasion of the sea creature with the help of Victor Darkness, who came and slaughtered the creature and killed it in the process, as he agreed that he will protect their home planet and that he'll work in hand together. They agreed that they'll work in hand with the Galactic. Nebula Bringer started to associate herself with more super villains and more super villains and more super criminals, such as Queen Light, the Court of Nature. She updated the Court of Nature with everything. She conveyed with them and updated the Court of Nature with everything that the Universal Heroes are about to do. The Court of Nature agreed to the terms and agreed that they'll exactly act on the information and that they'll tell Windmaster, known as a personal enforcer supervillain, to act on this information decisively. She even gave Professor Wu, a high-ranking member of another organization, of a villainous organization known as the Founders, information on how to get the docking process, on how to open the doors of all the supervillains and all those rogue superheroes in the Astral prison, that they have to be taken down given the cost and given them in the monastery. They created played chaos throughout the sacred universe, throughout the sacred worlds, throughout all the planets and all the star systems. The Universal Heroes Intergalactic Coalition and the Four Nation Hunters were forced to retaliate and to become more persistent enough to act on the decisive of the chaos that they are about to bring. In doing so, at that time of the chaos, Nebula Bringer took advantage of the state and started using her dark rituals and her dark machines to power up her dark machines and her dark rituals as well in order to prepare powerful incantations she was about to use to power up her dark crystals to activate an energy beacon that could exactly be used as a beacon to attract other alien invasions and incursions and all alien fleets and invaders from other worlds and universes. She even teamed up with another sinister society of supervillains known as the known as the Dark Star, an organization of supervillains from the other universe, from the Star universe, that the Star Witch Queen and the Star Prince have formed in order to take over the sacred universe. She knew that she would jump at the opportunity to take over and wage war with the Intergalactic Coalition and also with the Universal Heroes. They agreed to the terms of the agreement. Nebula Bringer was quite dissatisfied with the results, and she was quite very happy. She even went in hand combat, started training very harder. Her skills with her marksmanship with swords, blades, and daggers. Nebula Bringer is an excellent assassin and very quietly, heavily skilled with every skill that she has. She is very quietly compassionate and very quietly full of heart, as she was quietly heartbroken to hear that her son was trapped in eternal stone forever, and that they were doing everything they can in their power to set him free and also to release him from eternal stone with Jackbringer. Once he was quietly freed as Chaos Bringer Jack, she was quietly happy that he reformed himself as Shadow Jack, a powerful supervillain with his own empire, trying to exactly create an alliance with her mother and father, and they agreed the alliance and the proposal, and they quietly, eagerly accepted it. In doing so, Nebula Bringer able associate herself with also a former member of the founders and of the former leader of the Order of Darkness known as Spawn, a supervillain who gives intel and intelligence to all other supervillains as well. She gave them providable information on what the Universal Heroes have formed the Sacred Squad of Heroes and also formed alliance with other heroes known as the Fire Heroes, Earth Heroes, Water Heroes, Power Heroes, Sacred Heroes, and all the Sacred Team, and also the Universal Space Heroes as well. By doing this exactly, Nebula Bringer started to meet up with the Order of the Six and tell them what the Universal Heroes have formed up. And Six, the founder and leader of the organization, the villainous organization of the Order of the Six, reassured her that his bounty hunter is up to the task to take on these heroes once and for all. Despite this, Nebula Bringer is very quietly clever, very quietly persistent, as she was persistent when she studied everything about dark magic, its powers, its skills, its rituals, its incantations, even the previous users known as Amber, the goddess of power, witch of power, how she came to become the goddess witch of power in her history, and Shadow, how he became the former leader and a high-ranking member of a sinister organization known as the Order of the Five, and how he was able to use the Shadow Sword for his power. She was becoming more persistent with history and also its edges when she instructed Professor Ward to open all the doors in the astral prison to let all the prisoners free. She was quite very persistent, and then one of them would join the crusade. They recruited a powerful dark magician and another dark druid and another dark witch to join their crusade in order to exactly make their home planet the dominant force in the entire sacred universe and in the entire sacred world. By doing this exactly, they will protect their home world from incursions, invasions, even teaming up with other powerful supervillains such as Victor Darkness, Dark Light, Shadow Fox, Shadow Master, Goddess of Life, Ghost Boy, Witch Girl, Golden Knight, Metal Face, and also the other supervillains such as Windmaster, Ghostmaster, and even Vandal Darkest, and all the other supervillains as well. In doing so, Nebula Bringer is highly skilled at dark magic, very skilled at dark magic. She thinks she's the only one quietly very skilled with magic when she come across the magic hero fairies, and when she fights them against them, she quietly able to retreat when Lytris or Magic Girl, the most powerful adversaries and the other magic hero fairies, destroy her devices and her rituals and incantation. She learns that they are the most powerful adversaries and that she cannot ever underestimate them, given the fact that they are mostly powerful and they are mostly dangerous. She will do anything to protect her home planet, make sure that alongside Jackbringer, it'll become the most dominant force and the most dominant power world in the entire sacred universe. Given its history, she'll protect the warlocks, the dark druids, the dark witches, her own people from harm and from threats alike. even forming alliances with other criminals and supervillains and superheroes as well, for our own benefit and for the benefit of our world and for the benefit of our home planet. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day and thank you. Bye.